Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. I'm glad you're here. So I got my package from my bestie, so I'm going to go through it with you guys. I did look through it once because she had written me this little letter, just because she's like, check and see, because there might be stuff you might not want to show or whatever. I think it's fine. It was kind of I'll show you when we kind of get to that point, because, you know, some things I know can make people a little bit weird, and, you know. Anyway, this is my Dephemerember snacks and stash that I got from my bestie, who is my partner in crime, that, or I shouldn't say partner in crime, partner in inspiration. How about that? So I have sent her her package. She got it. I showed you guys that in a video to show you what I was sending to her. And this is what she sent me, and it is beautiful. This packaging that she did is so fun, and I am going to utilize it in what I'm going to create for Dephemerember. If you're not familiar with Dephemerember, it is put on by Louisa Hensel and 49 Dragonflies. I have printed my prompt list, and so I have an idea about what's going to be coming up, what videos you guys are going to be seeing in December. I still will have a bunch of things that I'm going to do. I'm still on the fence on if I'm going to stick to my Tiny Tuesdays, and then the other 3 videos during the week will be just those things. So I might combine some stuff. I don't know. I'm still thinking about what I want to do. So we will see. Anyway, let me show you what fun things she sent me to work with that are going to inspire. So first of all, when it comes to this exchange, it was supposed to be 50 scraps. That was what was, and 3 snacks, right? So I have a bundle of things here. Make sure I got everything out of the envelope itself. So here is the front of the envelope, and this was of course in a box. So here is the front of this envelope that she made, and here is the back, and I love it. It is a hint to the theme that she picked, but some of it, like, you know that I sent her some roses, so I love that I got some roses from her too, and she's got all of this really, really interesting, neat stuff happening. So I'm going to be utilizing this maybe in my storage thing that I'm going to make to contain all of these goodies. So let's do the snacks first. So first of all, funny mushrooms, which I love these guys. So this is our first little snack. So these are a milk chocolate flavor mini biscuits. So they have like a little chocolate mushroom cap, and then like a biscuit kind of stem part of them, and I am excited. And this will fall into one of our prompts too, because one of the prompts is for chubby mushrooms. So I think I'm going to end up using these guys in it, I think. So that'll be fun. Then next I have this, what is it? Dupaco Duo Gofrite. Oh, it's pistachio. Okay, yum. I love pistachios in like a biscuit kind of thing. So that's nice. And then this amaretto biscuit flavored dark chocolate. So once again, yum. I love it. Premium Italian chocolate. I'll probably use this packaging for something too, because we can't let that stuff go to waste. And then this is my all-time favorite. I have to ask her where she found this. This is my favorite candy bar ever. Violet Crumble. It's from Australia. I think you can probably, yeah, see, Australia's Violet Crumble. I lived in Australia for a while, and this was my very favorite thing. It's like trying to think of the candy, like if you're from the United States, what it would be closest to. It's like honeycomb. It's like it's a delicious shattering candy honeycomb. So it's honeycomb covered in chocolate. So I know you can get it around here. There's some places we can get it at our Fleet Farm, our Farm Fleet stores that we have. It's a different version, but It's still good. It's not as good as this, but it's a pretty good close facsimile for something. So that's my snacks. So you will get to see me as I'm working. I will have a little snack once in a while. It's going to be hard to portion those out. So let's get into it. So here, first of all, is our beautiful envelope. I showed that. It's gorgeous. So here is my theme. So I have 60 gothy pieces of ephemera. So black is the color family. So there are some grays. She said, I tried for goth as in gothic art and poetry, and goth as the modern personal aesthetic. She didn't say to the size limit either. So, and because she was like, some things are too good to cut down. So there's cute, creepy, pretty, maybe some ugly. But yeah, and then she was going to get me goth candy, but she was like, I don't think you just want black licorice and clove flavored things. So that was cute. Anyway, I am excited, and I don't know if this is probably all upside down here. Let's try it this way. Okay. So first off, I was like, oh, whales, and interesting. And then that's when I opened things up, and it was really the inside of this that she was like, here you go. So this is really cool. This is a coloring book page, obviously, so we will be definitely using that. I mean, we're going to use all these things. That's going to happen. So, these velvety three-dimensional rose stickers. We have some tarot cards. Those will be fun. This is a playing card, but I think it's also from, I think her and her husband sometimes get like teas. He drinks a lot of tea. So this might have been from like a tea packet for nerds. So this is for a black tea on this size, and it's morning mist, but then this is a vampire, and it's like a vampire cat. It's pretty cute. All right, this fun little scrap with a little door on it. Other kind of fun bit of fabric. Here's another little bit of fabric. Another tarot card. This is pretty, just says love on it. And then a piece of this wired ribbon that has some ravens or crows on it. A little cut off bit of something she was making. Here's like a little kind of die cut. This is funny because this is from the calendar that I gave her last year. So she's fun. This really cool gothic writing. It's just another fun little scrap. I love this little piece that she made. She was probably doing testing and was seeing if she liked certain things. This sparkly bit is from some sort of packaging. Don't know what kind. Webs of spider. We have a tag, unfinished tag. Here's another unfinished tag. Here is a stamped little piece of paper. Some black butterfly wings with a little bit. This is fun. Okay, so little bats stamped onto some vellum, or not vellum, like plastic. So they're fun. Kitty on a background of some roses. Here's another little spider web. Okay, so here's one of the pieces. So I think she was like nudity in art. So that's kind of what this little scrap is. So it's fine. Piece of jelly print that she was doing with some roses on the background. Another little fun moths. This little dude. A little baddie up here. This is another sort of playing card. Kind of fun. This is neat. I love the cutouts that are on it. So they're punched or cut. I'm not like, well, obviously they're cut out, but they're punched out or something. So that's really neat. Some sparkly gray paper, some more moons and stuff. This is just a little piece of music scrap. This is cool. I love this. This is a poem. Most people have seen it before. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glint on snow. I am the sun on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. So that is beautiful. And then another little fun scrap here. Some more. This is fun too. So these are probably from die cuts. So they're like little dancing skellies. So that's kind of a fun outline. This is a scrap from a magazine. Well, and I think it's a magazine I also get that she had gotten a subscription for me from. And then some bits of artwork. So we got kind of like some demony kind of looking guys, maybe imps, something, probably from bigger artwork. Some fun leftover stickers. So we got some spiders. We have some white ravens. I love it. More spiders, some keys. So those are fun. Really cool kind of scrap of paper here that has like this great image on it. This is beautiful. I love this with the dark roses and the kind of things like that. And then these are from a paper pack. I've gotten a few other ones of these. So this is his death. I had the tower that I got from her last year, which was cool. I did get one of these last year too, which I love because I love this so much with this kind of sparkly iridescent moon. Slightly bigger scrap here. This little card, sorrow or attraction. So that's nice. And then the raven. And I think it might be like the whole poem from Edgar Allan Poe. Well, a part of it at least. So there's several pages. I love it. I love that. The Spider and the Fly, a Fable by Mary Howitt. I'm not sure how I'm going to use some of these things yet, of course. We will get to that. And then she has a couple bigger pieces here with some really interesting artwork that I love. And there's another on that side. And then, of course, this one as well. So, next steps. Oh, wait. I forgot this little fun bag here of goodies. I have to be careful. One of these is a little fragile. All right, so a little sticker, potion number 9. Lace. I love this. Some scraps of washi tape. So there's snakes, skulls, and then like chandeliers that say beware on them. I love that. This fantastic little window. A little spider charm. A little skelly charm. With a skeletal hand. Door knocker sticker. This lost and found little book plate. And then this cute little dancing skelly. He is adorable. Okay, so that is all of the things that I got in this bundle of fantastic scraps from my bestie. So now we need to figure out how best to organize and prep so we are ready to go for Dephemerember stuff. So first off, I'm going to set that up there. Now, I was thinking, because if we look at our prompt list, we have some things coming up. And there are 19 prompts, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that is what we have going on. So we have all of those things, and then I want to be able to put whatever, since we're doing kind of not necessarily mass makes, but the compartmental making. So I want to have my supplies ready to go so I can grab out the things that I need. So I'm thinking I need some kind of holder for everything to kind of really keep this organized. So that's my goal, is to make sure that we have that happening, because then I'm going to be doing some makes for all of these things. So you'll see it, but I want to make sure I have everything organized. So let me set this kind of off to the side for a minute, our little pile of goodies. And they're kind of like reverse order here, biggest to littlest. So there we go, kind of back again in a better way. So I don't, you know what, friends, you probably just need to go back in this bag for now. Or do I have a little box handy? I do not. So I'm thinking I need to come up with some plans on how to keep everything organized so I keep this stuff together. It'll be easy for me to utilize. It won't get lost, all of that jazz. And I made her a fun little box. If you guys check out the video, there's going to be a whole playlist of my Dephemerember stuff that I have. So make sure you check that out. But next, we need to figure out how we are going to keep our stuff organized, or how I'm going to keep my stuff organized. So I was going through my stuff, trying to give it a think, trying to figure out what's going to be the best option. I should have brought one of my tray tables over here so I don't get disorganized. And so I was kind of trying to figure it out. And I have this book that I haven't really utilized much yet. I kind of had planned this to be kind of a book I could put things in that I get when I get Happy Mail, like little cards and stuff like that. And I do have a few things in here. I just kind of wanted, I really love this. I love this artwork. And I got this at a secondhand shop. So it's got places to write and things like that. And I thought it would be great at first to use it. And then I have this basket that I picked up from Goodwill the other day. So here is my basket. And I thought I can just put everything in here. But, you know, it's wired. We're going to lose stuff. But this basket is great because I can put it right up on my pegboard wall. So now you're going to see the problem. This, unless I put it cattywampus, is going to be too big. So I think I'm going to make something that's going to be specifically for this Dephemerember, because I also like doing that in general. So my basket can go up on the wall. I can easily pull it down if I need to, but then I want to have something with these nice big pockets in it so I can put everything in it. Maybe have some tabs so I can like turn to things or whatever. I don't know. Tabs is one of our things that we need to do for our mass make, or our compartmental making anyway. So this was my first thought. I was going to use this friend, and then I'm just like, it's a little bit too big because I like it. But I could take some of the pages out, I guess, and just leave it with the pockets, but I kind of want to leave it as is until I figure out exactly what I want to do with it. And it's really bright and cheery compared to the theme that I'm going to have to go with. So this gave me some inspiration. So we're already started. Inspiration is happening. So this was a thought, and I'm going to move past it because now I got an idea. So I'm going to reset some things really quick to show you what I'm going to start making, and I'm going to start making that today in this video. All right, so I have a thought. This is my thought. So I measured these pages because I wanted to see like roughly, because this is a nice big pocket, right? And I want to keep along that theme. So this, if we were going to look at it, is about 7.5. I like the height, and it's about 9.5. So if we go 7.5 by 9.5, that'll be great. So I need to write that number down. So let me get a little, one of my note tabbies. So we need, if we want them to be 7.5 wide, 9.5 tall. That means if we're using one page that's a signature, that needs to be 15 inches wide. Now, a lot of us don't have books that are that big. This one even is only 12. This is one of the biggest books that I have, unless I use one of my even longer books if I want to do single page. So otherwise, this is going to be really big. So this is like 24 inches if these pages are opened up. So we are gonna cut them down a little bit. So I know I need, so 7.5 and 7.5 is 15 inches. So we need 15 inches wide and then 9.5 tall. So here's what we're gonna do. This is a book. It is huge. It's called People and Places of the Past. It's by National Geographic. I have already kind of broken it down because I've used some pages for some stuff. So I pulled a few pages out that I thought would work. If we go to long way, they're great. They would work fantastically. But I want to have folded in pockets. And the theme for this, I got to stand up. I don't have enough room. This is going to be a challenge here too at my desk. So I'm gonna stand. I gotta stand for a bit. So I was looking through it. A lot of them didn't necessarily fit the theme except for like the index pages. So I pulled some of the index pages out, although they're a little bit more flimsy than I would like. And then I got to some of the other pages that started getting a little bit thicker. So the thicker pages I think will be fantastic. So I am going to utilize those. And then I thought about how many pages I need. Like these are great. Obviously I'm going to lose some of this stuff. So I need, if I wanted to have enough so that if these pages have pockets on both sides for all of the things that we're going to make for Dephemerember, I need to have about 5 pages, because 5 times 4 is 20. So I would need 5 pages for pockets. Now I want to have some extra pages for storage. So I think if I go 8 pages, that might be enough. So if I have 8 sheets of paper, that'll work. So this is 1, 2. Some of these I picked just because color stuff, they don't necessarily go with their theme, but we're going to probably decorate. This is gorgeous. I don't know how much of it is going to end up staying, so we'll have to see. I lost count already. How many did I say? 8? Okay, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and then I have these as backup for other things if needed. So that's what I'm going to pull, and now I'm going to show you the next step. It was kind of an interesting challenge to kind of see what was going to happen. So these opened up are, of course, we know, super duper big. So we are going to be cutting them down some. But now we need to get to the height because these are too tall. So I need to make these, fold these down to 9.5, maybe 10. So we're going to go. So I'm going to end up with some very large pockets. It might even be too big. I might fold them down a little bit more too. We will see. Make like weird double pocket sturdiness. That's still really big. Wow, these are such big pages. I love it, but it's going to be fun. Once we get the first one done, that'll be really, it'll make it easier. Whoa, okay. Okay, so what if, nope, that would be too big. Yeah, these are I'm gonna have to cut these down a fair amount, and that's fine. That is fine. And then I want to look at the design on the pages too, because some of the pages I want to keep. So it's almost, it's an inch down probably. It's really big. Yeah, an inch down from the top. Holy smokes. Okay. So that being said, now that I know it's going to be folded down some, see, I love some of the images here and I don't want to lose them completely. Okay, so I think I'm going to have, because this will end up staying, some of this. What is 9.5? Yeah, so I'll end up keeping the top of the castle. I do it that way. So this is kind of some of the thinking that you have to end up doing, because I don't want to lose some of these really cool pages, right? Okay, so thinking and thinking. Once I do one, it'll make the rest of them easier. So what if, because then that will come down that way. What if it's just, okay, let me find a page that I'm not as precious about first. That will help, because if you have something really precious, it's harder to figure out how you want to do it. See, this one I'm hoping that this will stay. So let's flip that over, because that'll be on the back side. So let's just play around with this page. We've got others too, or I could have used one of the blank ones to start with, but that's fine. And so we need an inch. I'm just trying to line up here a little bit to kind of give myself what we need. Okay, so that is there, 1 inch. And it's going to be roughly, it's not going to be perfect, and that's all right. This is just so big, so big. Let's scooch you over a little bit so I can get a good start here. There and there, that's about 1 inch. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna start folding it and see what we have happening. So this is definitely going to be nice and sturdy if these, because I could leave the pocket that big. I don't want it, that's a lot. So what if we end up bringing this down this far? Now that's good. I like that. Okay, so we fold up, then we can fold down. And then technically we could fold this up again if we wanted to, so it could be kind of like a funky double tuck kind of situation. I don't hate that idea. In fact, I think I'm going to do it. So let's do that. And these are probably going to all end up being slightly, oh, that is not straight. Are you straight, friend? You need to be, well, it is what it is. It's not perfect, but as long as it lays nicely, that's really all that matters. Now, which way do you want to fold? That way. All right, so we kind of have a start. So I'm just using my bone folder to just crease everything down. But that is some nice sturdy paper. And then, so that will make a pocket there, and then a smaller pocket there, which I actually really like for this kind of an organizational type of thing. So if we have some smaller items, they might be able to fit in there. We might not do that with all of these, but this one kind of works well. This kind of has great stuff happening. Now for the other part. So we need to go down to 7.5. 7.5. So I'm just going to get a different ruler. That won't work. Another ruler. 7.5. Sometimes it works much better if I can see the full situation. I don't want to lose all of her face. Well, it's a bummer, and it's going to have to happen. We can use her in something else. So that's our 7.5 mark right there, which is still going to give us a great size for our pocket. So yeah, I think it's going to be paper cutter time. But what did we keep? We still kept something interesting, which I like. And then we can use her for something else. So I love that. And I kind of like how this page is kind of ends up dividing. Then we'll have this to use for some other things as well. So why don't we, instead of worrying about that, we are just going to cut it right there. And just get her done. So rotary cutter. Oh, let's make sure. I think everything's good. Let's just do her. Okay, one. Not quite. It's a lot of layers there in some spots. Okay. So that is our first pocket. And now we can glue, sew, whatever. And that's what I might actually do, is take these, do these all, and then take them to the sewing machine to give them, and it'll help make that just sturdy too. I also need to think about if we are going to put some other pockets on here. So this could be really fun if we turn her into a pocket over here or something, or like a belly band. So we're going to have some options for other things that we can do in this. So that is going to be the next step. I am going to get these all down to this size, and then I might do some interesting folding as well. If I have ones that I decide to fold in different ways, then maybe I will show that. But I think this is going to be the standard way I fold them. Maybe not with this third spot, but we will see. So there is one. Now we have 7 more to go. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to do it a little bit different. So I'm making this crease here because I'm going to tear this off because I want to see this. And I don't want to lose all of that. So I'm just going to tear this edge off down here. And we just have one sturdy pocket on this side then. So that's good. This side is now this double, but I'm going to fold this. So that's that. This is lined up almost exactly to there. So I'm going to fasten this inward to make like a sturdy lip, like so. There. All right, so now once again, and then we're going to cut this. And I know that page had a tear, but I think most of it is going to go away once we do this, once we cut it down. Now, and I don't think I'm going to lose too much of that because, yeah, that's design is more on the inside there. So 7.5. Now this, this is going to be different because I really don't want to lose all of this gorgeous right here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down to the size this way and then make a fold in pocket on the edge on both sides. Okay, so let's do that. So this one's going to be a little bit different. So we need to cut this down to the height that we need to start with, which is 9.5. 9.5. So we're going to line up here and here. So this is how you can just kind of modify your thoughts as you go. That was not very straight. Let's try that again. Okay, better. How tall are you? Not tall enough. Should have known that already. I mean, but that's really cool to use for something. All right, so now that we have it this way, do we want a map pocket? And then I know I'm going to bring this in. So this is going to be the pocket this way. So now we need to be our 7.5, which is right here. So once again, I'm using my ruler to give myself the line to fold. Make sure this is nice and straight first, or as straight as we can with our spine. Did I say 9.5? I meant 7.5 wide, 7.5. So that's there. So that is a really big, pretty pocket, like so. On this side, because I really wanted to keep this Gothic church. And Once again, I am going to make this, I'm going to do this fold right away, make this edge a little bit more sturdy. We will glue these down a little bit later. So I'm just giving it a little fold, making it a nice sturdy edged pocket, and then that will be good to go there. So that side. Now which one, see now that's perfect, and we can still glue on a little pocket or something down here if it's with our theme. Put a belly band in, gorgeous. All right, what do we want to do on this side? Do we want to go this way? Or do we want to come in this way? I'm leaning toward this side. So let's, once again, I'm going to line this up on the 7.5. This way, this time. Do I? No, don't do that, Nancy. You'll mess it up. Okay, 7.5. And we're going to fold in, so that's fine. Lined up on our edge. 7.5. There and there. Didn't know we were going to do this today, did you? Me either. Not what I woke up thinking I would be doing today, but here we are. All right. What kind of fun things do we have next? Let's see our next page. Now that we've realized we can do that as well. So this is great. Timeline stuff here, fun images here. We could do another fold in pocket because those are great. I like the sideways ones. Okay, I know for sure I'm going to do that with this one because I love this. I want to keep this. Great Wall China, all of these things. That's going to be fun to fold in. So I'm going to leave those. So which part and what do we have on this side? Ooh, printing press. Cool. So I think we'll come from the top down again. I don't know if we did the top or the bottom last time, but we're going to do it that way. So we need 9.5. All right, this one I'm going to be doing a little bit different. So I did the folding it up so I still have that 1 inch. So I know I have the height that I need for the page. And now I'm going to cut it down to the size first before I do the next fold. So 7.5 is here. Good. Now, this is a fun fold I like to do sometimes. So we have this and this. Now we can bring this down this way, right to our middle, and get a triangular pocket this way, or you can tuck it inside. This way you end up having another little tuck spot down here if you wanted. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You decide which way you want it to go. I'm gonna have this one go this way, because I like extra tuck spots. And then you can even do a little triangular kind of fold to sturdy up that. So I'm going to do it this way first, and then I'm going to fold it in. Of course, it doesn't want to fold in on its fold. There it is. Oh, don't do that, friend. No tearing. We don't tear here. We fold nicely. Okay, that and that, and then we'll glue that down. Not exactly as nice as I would like it down there. It's fine. It's for me. This is for me. Same thing. So this is going to come down. Like so. And then I think I'll just do it this way. Same as yours. There. Okay. That one too is ready now. All right, so when you have like these folds that are coming in, and I could have left some of that, but I am going to just take some of this out here just to make it a little bit easier for it to fold. Kind of give it some ease. And of course, some of these might get modified again. I don't know yet. All right, but I liked this, and I liked this, and I liked the little llamas. So there's that one. All right, last page with our beautiful castle here. So I think what I'm going to do is do that, since I kind of got an idea as to some interesting ways to make it happen. So I'm going to try and get as much of this in as possible in our 9 inches, or 9.5. So if I go about right here, I think that'll be good. So I'm going to go right at the base, I think, of kind of the whole, I don't know if it's a castle or church or whatever. It's cool. I like it. So I'm going to do right here, I think. And then want to make sure we get our right number. So 9.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. Make sure we're as square as possible. Pretty good. All right, so next, because that's pretty. And that's interesting. Love it. Okay, this side, what are we doing here? I guess we can do a little fold in here too. Either way, don't matter. So let's do both in. That'll probably be fine. All right, so we have some interesting, fun folding situations that have happened. And I think this is going to be really functional once it's all done. So, yeah, that was a bunch. So, recap. We folded pages for our Dephemerember storage receptacle. And I'm thinking that's probably going to be enough for this video. And then I will carry it on with the next one on the next stage on these. What I might do is, well, I was going to say I would do the next step, but I don't think I will. I will save that for videos actually, so that I can show you what we're doing. But I'll at least like show you, then do, because I'm going to use the sewing machine. I'm going to do some gluing. We're going to do some decorating. So think about a cover, add some more pockets. Some of that might happen as I go throughout the time too, where I might decide to be like, I need another thing here, or I need another thing there. Or, the things that we made look perfect for this. I don't know yet. We'll see. But anyway, these are our great start to our little ephemera binder, journal, book, something. I'll have to find something to keep them in. I will probably do like a fabric covered board or see what other random stuff I have, or use the envelope that Bestie gave me. Although I was thinking about cutting that up for extra pockets. And then we need to get this to be more with our theme. So we're going to do some inking. We're going to do some splattering. We're going to do some staining. And I want to do that before I fasten it into the book. So we got some stages happening here. So anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it for now for this video. But I'm probably going to record more today. I just don't want this video to get overly long for you guys. Let me know if you have questions. I look forward to hearing from you guys all the time. I do answer as many comments as I possibly can. It might take me a day or two to get through some of them because hi to everybody that's been subscribing. I hope you're enjoying my channel and what I'm sharing with you. And most of all, art with your heart. You guys have a great day.